All right, guys. Welcome again. Welcome to another night. Sunday CBDs with yours truly, Prayer Trades, and not sure, but we should be having Currency Meech with us tonight. But let's see how that plays out. But without further ado, let's get into it. So tonight, um, I'm doing it as usual. We have our the main pair in which I trade, which is XAU USD, aka gold. And so tonight we have an eventful one. So just a bit before we get into it. This is today. Market open up until no, basically. So what we have right here is a strong bullish open, which is a good indication, which is what I want to see. So let's do it as we usually do. Start on the weekly time frame, right? Based on the weekly time frame, we have a strong push. We're noticing a strong push, right? Strong bullish momentum ongoing. Strong bullish momentum ongoing. We had a bit of retracement until we basically opened right here, which is so funny. This is on the 4,000 institutional level. Exactly is where a support has been formed for us to continue with the upwards trend after this retracement was done, basically. So we're basically coming out of the retracement phase. All right, this is on the weekly time frame. A lot of buyer's exhaustion, right? We can notice a lot of buyer's exhaustion right here, right? Indicating that the market no longer wants to sell off. And fundamentally speaking, we have um, the federal rate cut, which happened was it last week or week before? I'm not really sure when it happened and thing, but we still have investors eyeing the goal as the safe haven currency. Again, we still have investors putting money in the gold market right now. But fundamentally speaking, based on what I've read, we're expected to continue going higher, right? This is where the reversal starts. So this is on the weekly time frame. On the monthly time frame, let's take a look at that. Yeah. So this week right here was the biggest sell-off goal has ever done in history, basically. Continuous sell-off. Right? So now, if you notice, since the month has started, we have had a lot of sellers exhaustion right there, indicating the market wants to go higher. So from the market start, it sold off a bit, which on the daily time frame form the level of support that you can see, and on the weekly time frame form the exhaustion. So we're expected to keep going higher, right? So now let's drop on the daily time frame. Daily time frame, what we can notice immediately is a strong level of support in which the market came back and retested right here to continue the upwards trend, right? So basically, this right here was a strong level to buy from. Really hope that some people get some buys from this right here. So this was a really good level to buy from, right? That was last week. Yeah, last week. So basically, that is on the daily time frame. If you notice this level, let me go ahead and mark it off too. This level of resistance, market recently broke through this level of resistance. Understand? I think we did get a retracement on the lower time frame to tap into it to continue the overall push. But this is what we're seeing right now. So this is what the market is doing. Pull back. We get a double bottom to continue the push overall upwards. Right? That's what we're seeing. But now if we're supposed to drop onto the 4 hour time frame, what can we see? Again, this was the level of support in which the market respected. Right, let me pull it up a bit further. You understand? To continue with the overall uptrend. So being that the market is buying, what we're looking for, we have a strong level. This was drawn before, a strong level of resistance in which the market could possibly retest. Might not. Who knows, right? What we can do is we can take out our fib tool. Let me see if it looks clean on the 1 hour time frame. But while we're on the 4 hour time frame, let me stand here for a bit before I leave. What we can notice here is the market was on this level Friday. Yeah. Throughout all of Friday to continue the big push. So huge accumulation right there before the big push right now that is happening. So this is maybe all of Friday's volume. You understand? While the market was ranging before the push, but it was still ranging within this area, which on the 1 hour time frame was still a strong level of support, and it was still creating higher highs and higher lows within the range. You understand? For today, which is Sunday, for it to open with a strong bullish push, right? So looking down on the 1 hour time frame now that we're here, what we can try to do is plot a fib. Let's see, let's plot a fib right here. But first, wait, before we plot the fib, let's identify our support levels. Let's go identify the support levels. The resistance levels, my mistake, in which the market can um reject off. Let me see, we have one right there. Let me see if we can see them cleaner on the 4 hour time frame. We have one right there. We have a strong one right here. But basically, it's free game, basically up to the 4100 level. But I'm still expecting a strong retracement to this level right here before. So let's see what if we're supposed to draw the fib. Let me see. So maybe a 23.6, but we again until we've established this right here. Let me draw it. This right here. A 1 hour level of resistance until we've established that, then we don't have a valid fib because the market can always push higher, right? Market can always push higher. So what I'm looking to see on the 1 hour time frame is this right here, where we do have a level of resistance being formed for me to plot my fib. But until then, the fib really has nothing to hold on to when it comes down to it. Right? Again, another thing to look for when it comes on to the uptrend is we have the market above the 1 hour SMAs right here. You have the market above the 1 hour SMAs, right? Indicating strong bullish power. Let's see the daily. Market is below the moving averages, which is good. Weekly the same. For hourly, no cross in it. 1 hour is already made the cross. So again, strong bullish volume. We can have something like this continue the overall uptrend. Pretty textbook. You understand? This is a strong level of resistance. If you can get a retest of this level, right, it would be really good. Maybe tonight into tomorrow, who knows? Maybe tonight, tomorrow morning, or maybe tomorrow night. Who knows when we can get that. But yeah, that's it basically. Yeah. So this would be good. Up to this level would be good. But we're looking for, being that it's pushing with such strong momentum, we're looking for a 23.6 or a 38.2. To wait for a 61.8 would kind of be a stretch because it would have to be all the way up here for that. Yeah, that would make no sense. And then for it to come back down in the zone, well, kind of iffy, but maybe, who knows? Because maybe you can do that. Then you come back to respect the same institutional level. But who knows if it will do such a strong dip. So now it's just a waiting game. Again, what I'm hoping for right now is this that I have over here to the right, which is a level of resistance, basically. So plot my fib, a valid level of resistance, which I can plot my fib to capitalize off the move from anywhere within this area right here. Yep. And that's it for me. I was hoping that Currency Meech could join me today. Hold on. He just texted me. All right, so just give me a second, then we can just wait on him. All right. Let me check out something in the meantime. Okay. So this right here is a markup in which I did on Bitcoin, right? Let me just go over it real quick while we wait on him. I usually don't trade Bitcoin, but right here, wait, let me draw the line different. I saw in which area where I could have capitalized on this move, right at the 100,000 level. So yeah, huge move right here where the market sold off. We had a level of, let me put on the weekly time frame, we had a level of resistance right there. Right, market is already in an uptrend, knowing Bitcoin. Everybody knows that Bitcoin is strong bullish right now. So based off everything that we're seeing right now, this is a 50% move. However, this the market had already formed a level of support right there, strong level of resistance, as well as the institutional level. That right there is telling me this is a good trade, right? I don't really take 50% trades, but let's break it down a bit further. Let's look on the lower time frame. Wait, give me 1 second. All right. So yeah, on the daily time frame, we can notice where a level of support is being formed. We have multiple daily candles in which the market came down, right? We have a whole lot of sellers exhaustion. The market don't want to sell anymore. Let's drop down to the 4 hour time frame. So what we can notice is when it comes down to structure, the market is doing this, right? Selling until it started doing this, created the double bottom, went back up, gave us a higher low point to continue the overall uptrend. So this is what I would be waiting on the 4 hour time frame, and I think it's cleaner on the 1 hour time frame. Well, it's not cleaner, but it's easier to get into, right? More noise though. But we can establish a valid level of support being formed here based on the multiple candles, right? And we have, let me see if I can clear this up. Let me remove this real quick. We can see right here, it's hard to see. Let me zoom in. This, yeah, this was in the continuation of the downtrend, right? However, when it came onto right here, um, we have this one. I would say it kind of tricky. Might not be, might be. I'd say this one is higher than the previous one. Prompted me to take entry when it comes on to this one right here. And again, we have the 1 hour time frame in which we did receive some wick exhaustion right there on that candle right there. So let's drop down low. Okay. Yeah, so it's showing, yeah, see it even better. It's showing clearer on the 4 hour time, on the 30-minute time frame, right? Where this one is higher than the previous one. 50 minutes. Well, anywhere in here would be good, but let's see where I would actually take entry. Right here, right? This 5 minute entry. Um, right there. Target to the overall level of, wait, stop show. Target is the overall level. It could be right here, right? Or the major level, which it was on its way to. The daily level of resistance is where I was targeting. Let me find it real quick. Right, all the way up here, which is kind of crazy. So I was just saying, all right, just give me half of it right there, but an overall level right there. Yeah, that's it basically. When it comes on to the stop loss is kind of incorrect, right? But my my thing is, I want to be wrong immediately, right? Instead of putting up a whole lot of capital on the line for this move to say, hey, right? I got in down. I got in and my stop loss is down there, which is kind of ridiculous to me. Right. So I would say below of um this level of support and the 1 hour time frame is where I would put my stop loss. Because anywhere down below here, then I'd say, okay, then the market is doing this. Because remember, this low is still lower than the previous low. So then the market would be doing this. Let me show a quick example of what the market would be doing. Um, bum, bum, right? Instead of it going up there, then I'd say, okay, then the market is just gonna continue. So if it break below my zone in which I would think to enter, right there, then it's just gonna continue all the way down. Is what my train of thought is when I was looking at that trade right here. So yeah, that's it. Give me a second. Let me just check to see what's going on. All right, so we have Kurrency. Me, she told me that he's logging in on everything. So let's just wait on him for a sec.
All right, give me like 1 minute. I'm gonna start out some other stuff. Sorry for the delay, but I'll be with you shortly. You, do you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah. What day I'm on?
Hear me loud and clear, right?
Yeah. Everything good.
Hello.
Yeah. You know hear me? Oh. Oh yeah, hear me now? I'm sorry. My mic did mute.
Yeah. Me, I hear me.
Yeah, man, so me I hear you loud and clear.
All right. So, hmm, US 30. Let me hide this floating panel. All right. So, let me go on a higher time frame. Wait, let's go over here. Okay, let me use a different chart. Yes. And I'm slowish still. All right, so US 30. I'm going on a monthly time frame. So as we can see, the monthly has just started. We have 18 days left in the month. We are seeing a bearish monthly candlestick with seller's exhaustion, right? So this seller's exhaustion is telling me that okay, the market is failing to push lower and we might have potential for the continuation of the bullish momentum because as we can see here for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I X'd out this doji. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months we have back-to-back bullish pressure, right? So I'm expecting for that bullish pressure to continue based off technicals, right? I'm a technical trader. I don't really trade fundamentals. So based off my technicals, I'm seeing buys for the future. Now, looking on US 30, I can mark off some key areas that I'm paying attention to. One of those key areas would have been this area of interest, which is our daily exhaustion zone. We also have institutional areas of interest. So we have the 46,500 area interest, right? We also have 47,000 area interest. You see, these are our psychological or institutional areas that they are basically round numbers that are highly respected. Let me put 47,500 and let me put the 48,000. As I said before, these are round numbers. The market respect these areas. As you can see, as I'm plotting it, you'll see that the market will tend to either buy or sell from these areas. Now, breaking this down on a lower time frame, I'm seeing basically a retracement. So based off the daily, I am seeing that okay, the market created a resistance. We had back-to-back bullish, well not bullish. We had back-to-back sell buying exhaustion up at this area at 48,000 institutional area interest, which is telling me that okay, buyers are feeling above this area. Also on my 1 hour time frame, I am seeing where in which the market is creating lower highs, and we also had a break of support happening at this.
Oh wait, zone. Wait, seems as if the mic cut out. Hold on. Yeah, wait. No, mine. Let me try some. Wait. Wait, let me check the audio. Let me just check the audio and make sure it's everything good. Nope. All right, it seems as if I'll have to end it. Give me 1 second. All right, so